Let me say this. My mind was not made up before, but it is definitely made up now. And I will definitely be voting for Donald Trump because the weaponization of the legal system, it is so blatant, and this corruption cannot stand. Whether I like Donald Trump or not, which I don't, I feel that it is essential that I vote for him because I must stand against the lawfare that was put on display by the Democratic Party, Alvin Bragg, all of these folks. And it's a shame because I'm a New Yorker. I live here in New York. And as a black man who lives in the United States and in New York, I know what it's like to have the legal system used against you, specifically targeting you. So, I mean, bro, at the end of the day, to expect us to just sit back and watch this happen and just ride with it like it's okay, like we're stupid and we don't see what's going on, that's crazy. Because if you can do something like this to a former president of the United States, just imagine, people, imagine what they can do to us. I'm sorry, but I'm all in. Trump 2024.
I'm a diehard Trump supporter. In my household, you got Martin Luther King, you got Jesus, and you got Donald Trump.
Wait a minute.
Not in that particular order, but yeah, you got Martin Luther King, Jesus, and Donald Trump.
Why you got Donald Trump? Now, you know, well, I'm a straight Democrat, but I'm for the best person.
Yes,
but
sir.
now, why you got Donald Trump?
Because I paid attention in school when I was a kid, and so I know the true history of both the Republican and Democratic Party. I know that they really didn't switch during the Nixon Southern strategy. That one became more clever than the other in dealing with black people. We the Democrats, we got away. We were the Republicans' friends. We was their friends, but we were the Democrats. When you look at the origins of the Ku Klux Klan, it originated out of the Democratic Party.
The Ku Klux Klan?
It did.
Okay.
Every civil rights legislation that ever has been passed in this country was authored, written, sponsored, and voted on 100% by Republicans and not Democrats. Every civil rights legislation.
Well, what you gonna do?
So let me finish about Trump. Right. So as a kid, I remember being 6, 7 years old and seeing Donald Trump receiving an award with Muhammad Ali, Rosa Parks from the NAACP. Not only that, he engaged and interacted in our culture from the 80s throughout the 90s and even the 2000s, from rappers to Michael Jackson. So when we looked out into our culture, his face appeared many, many times. So for me to grow up now and then hear the media, because before the media started saying he was racist, I never heard a black leader say it. I never heard my grandmother say it. I never heard no one even mention anything bad about him other than rappers giving him praise in over 300 to 600 rap songs. So for the media to say, oh, he's racist, I knew they were playing con on us. And I can remember when America was great. I can remember when black children could play outside all day long and you didn't hear about kids being kidnapped. You didn't hear about drive-by shootings.
When this all plays out, we can see everything that we've been talking about for the past 6, 7 years. The evil ones are exposed and finally put away when they thought they would basically win and get by with murder. Rob Cunningham put this out. Sentencing set 4 days before the RNC convention to nominate Trump. It's all great news for America and the world. Number one, Trump presidential victory is sealed. The precedent now set for Bush, Clinton, Obama arrests. Overturn on appeal guaranteed. Top to bottom, Department of Justice corruption exposed. The U.S. Supreme Court will be forced to conduct emergency review of case and make a ruling. The Supreme Court is a captured entity that fully understands they uphold the law or individually face Uniform Code of Military Justice treason trial for violating their sworn oaths to the Constitution. No civilian admirably law court can override a UCMJ protected commander-in-chief no matter the amount of propaganda they use. The commander-in-chief, Trump, is untouchable. He's simply leading the swamp rats to their final resting places. The Brunson case verdict remains a proverbial nuclear weapon that can be deployed to eradicate the vast majority of House and Senate members for violating their sworn oaths on January 6, 2021 by unconstitutionally certifying the 2020 election without an investigation. President Trump holds all the cards. Watch him win it all. Election interference is treason. All found guilty must forfeit all personal, family, and corporate assets to the U.S. Treasury. Keep Pepe Lives Matter. If it wasn't for Trump, I would barely even know a deep state existed. I had no idea just how rigged the system really was until he pulled back the curtain, told us all the truth, and then was subsequently persecuted for doing so. Trump gave us a movie, a visual presentation that could viscerally wake people up like never before. Myself and countless others have become wise citizen journalists thanks to this unveiling, and I am so grateful to be awake during this pivotal moment in history.
They desperately want Trump gone, and I know that they desperately want it codified, that Trump cannot run again, because make no mistake, they remain scared to death of you, and they remain scared to death of Trump. Trump, 75 million, 80 million votes, and I'm going to tell you, you're not going anywhere. Even if Trump does, you're not. They can't separate you from Trump. And more importantly, they can't separate you from the ideas. They can't separate you from MAGA. They can't separate you from Make America Great Again, which I think remains one of our big campaign strengths going forward. They believe that they can destroy this bond that exists between you and Trump if they somehow make Trump look bad, make Trump look like a reprobate, embarrass you about Trump. They can't do it because you came before Trump.
Oh, yeah, let's finish this.